a Z in the air.
No, I'm not going to do any of that.
No?
No, thanks.
Come on, Randy, snap the air. Get some attitude.
No, I'm not
Come
doing
on.
that. No.
Like this.
Baby.
No, I just point.
Anyway,
You
maybe that's it. Maybe if...
Why, would you respond to that a little better?
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps.
Come on, baby, don't be an old stick in the mud.
Okay, guys, you know what? Why don't, how about 5 more minutes?
Okay.
And then you guys come up and help me. How's that
Okay.
sound? Does that sound good?
It's a new day, and we're excited to go meet with Bob to consider some of the Sunspace products that might work well in our new sunroom.
Now, Bob, we are desperate to see this. Absolutely desperate.
You're going to enjoy this.
I hope so.
Did it turn out how we want it?
Better.
That's what we like to hear, Bob. In our world, only things are better things, everything's.
And
Meanwhile...
we took everything that Colin wanted on his incredibly long wish list of dozens of emails.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
This is going to take us actually to the side of the house. It's going to give us that view right down the lake, as well as giving us all the architecture. I mean, loving the extra height here. This is going to be so rewarding when you're in here. Chunky timber frame round that as well.
So basically, this is actually a prototype we're developing. So you're actually going to have a 9-foot door section here. When it comes to entertaining, it's a beautiful day. You're going to have the functionality and ability very, very easily to turn that into a completely open area.
So essentially, you're taking what was a really lovely idea of ours and making even more fantastic. It's basically flexibility itself.
Flexibility, that's exactly
I want
what
the
we're
flexibility of a Russian gymnast. Darling, I want a perfect 10 every time.
I think you find that Bob is the Nadia Comaneci of sunrooms.
That's what we
Justin.
want.
Do you know what's amazing about this is that you actually get the timber and the dark of the frame as well, and that's what we're going for. You know, we're trying to play that throughout the house.
Now, the one difference being is that in this one, you see our acrylic roof system, but in yours, as per Colin's wishes, the whole thing is going to be actually pine liner.
Yes, exactly.
Now, do you notice anything about the lovely Bob here?
Yeah, apart from the fact he looks fabulous.
I like how he says Colin's wishes.
What about
You know,
Justin's
exactly.
wishes,
No,
Bob?
this is good, though. This is something that you should take on board, you know. And actually, when I have wishes, you should fulfill them.
I know, listen.
Honestly, I'm going to run away
Man in
with Bob.
30 years really
I'm
troubled.
like that. I can just see it. Can you, Bob? Colin and Bob's cabin pressure. I'm Colin.
And I'm Bob. Well, that kind of leaves me out a little bit, I've got to say.
We love these. These are just amazing, isn't it?
You know, it gives you 75% ventilation. You can walk into the room very quickly when it's closed up. And within a matter of half a minute, you have full ventilation across the whole room.
Yeah, the fab's really
It's
clever.
amazing,
system.
isn't it? Can we do the thing that you do, which we're actually too scared, where you get to,
Can we?
where you get to hit it? Look.
Can I have a go?
Look.
It's like the perfect
Look,
memory.
it's totally flat. I love that.
Look at that. Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, so typically about 40 seconds and it goes flat.
Is there anything that you can show us that will kind of give us an idea of the door system that you're going to install?
The problem is that it's still in development. It's kind of a top secret thing.
So, Bob, this thing doesn't exist at the moment.
It does not exist. Well, we have one prototype made up. It's under lock and key, and I don't care what your VIP status is, you don't get to see it.
I like that.
It's not like we're the public. We're the Colin and Justin.
We are, and I will say,
Come
Bob,
on,
that
Bob.
you
Let us have a look.
You've done a brilliant job for us in the past, and as much as we're both real control freaks and like to know every single detail, I think I'm prepared to be your little pig, your little guinea pig.
As long as
With
you put
Colin.
lipstick on.
Oh, I will, darling. Always, always glamorous.
I know for a fact you'll like it.
Fabulous.
Sir.
Bob, put it there. Excellent.
Gentlemen.
Thanks for your time today. These better be good.
Oh, by the way,
Is that what it is?
your door's in behind there.
In here.
Your door's in there.
Do you know what I feel like? I feel like it's almost like being in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Look, restricted area. It's like an adult cinema.
But we're over 18, Bob. Can we not be trusted?
No.
No. Okay, moving on.
I hate surprises.
I love surprises.
Building a brand new sunroom. It will be a beautiful large extension to the side of the house. The plans have been drawn out and the build is about to begin, as long as the rain can hold off. I'm sorry about this.
It's a little muddy, but that's
The
okay.
weather, you know, we're just glad that it's dry for 3 seconds at the moment. It's been so wet, we're swimming in mud, but hopefully nothing's going to get in the way of what's happening today.
Absolutely not. So this is the actual structure of the timber frame sunroom that will get stood up, and then the screens will get set inside, and the roof will get put on top.
Right.
So now we just have to put it together like a big jigsaw puzzle.
Okay. Anything we can do to help, we're your
All right.
boys.
Well, let's get in there.
Yeah,
You
let's
guys
get
wanna
it done.
help
What
us
can we
with
grab?
timbers?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me grab one of these enormous pieces of timber and grab that Colin. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's some concrete inside
my God.
this one. Sean, don't you just stand there. I know you're building the house, but give us a hand.
Give you a hand there, guys.
I know this is a
You don't
three-hander.
slip in the mud.
Can these just sit on top
Yeah.
of this? Yeah,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, so the timber beams are going to fit into these pockets that they've cut out here. And then when the roof gets put on, it's actually going to overframe on top of this roof. The shingles will all tie in, and it'll look seamless.
I mean, this is a kind of an experiment for us, okay? Because we're using the concept of a sunroom to actually add an extension and actually really enhance the size of the property.
I mean, I know we're having a cathedral ceiling, which is all very well, but on a really wet day like this, maybe we should have an umbrella ceiling.
I don't know if we can incorporate that design change just right now, but maybe the next one.
So let's make the most of the cathedral, okay, and just pray for good weather.
Are you going to be on your knees again, Colin?
Well, I'm afraid so.
You do some of your best work down there.
It has been said, you know.
As we're building our sunroom, there's certainly one thing we're missing, the sun. But we're pushing on through the rain and getting our timber framing up.
Boys, you're doing a sterling job. Can we
This
help?
is looking... What are you up to? Is this a vampire convention?
Well, you see, what we're doing here is we're putting the posts and the beam together with these hardwood pegs. It actually holds it all together, so it's like a real authentic timber frame method of joining. But
So one goes into the other, and then that secures it in place.
That's right. But what we do, and I'll get you to help me out here, is in order to get the peg in there, we got to lube it up with some of this just normal household dish soap. So if you can rub that on there good, get her all good and lather it up. There you go.
All over it.
All over the whole thing. Don't miss a spot.
It's not a button in a fur coat.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay, is this true building?
That's it, yeah.
It's kind of
Can you
bizarre.
actually do
What
that
we-
in a slightly less rude fashion?
This is construction right
So
here.
what do I do with this now?
Okay, so now we're going to pound that through the hole.
I heard pound.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it. Where do we do it? Where's our pound?
Can I just say that we're building a cottage, not filming a porn movie here?
Here we go.
Whack it in.
Wait a minute.
Batter it. Don't hit the wood, Colin.
I'm trying not. Am I through yet?
A little more. That's good.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
That's the money
Excellent.
Holy moly, I'm going back
I
in.
love this. What is going on? Sunroom, we need more sun.
Next up, the guys are putting in the centre roof beam.
We have to cut a hole out of the existing cabin structure so that the new sunroom roof will fit in perfectly. And then the rafters.
And while the guys continue with the sunroom construction, we're going to hide from the rain inside. As quickly as the sun came, it's now gone again, and it feels that we're on the verge of winter. But the frame and roof have been put up, and hundreds of pounds of beautiful granite have just arrived on the back of a flatbed truck for the floor of our sunroom. The last step before we move in is to install our brand new windows.
Perfect fit. Nice.
Randy,
Hey, guys.
Oh, guys.
How you doing?
Better than good.
how are you, Bob? You all right?
Just lovely.
Are we just at the point, the magic moment when these are beautiful,
That's right. We're saving one for you.
Do that. I don't pop my cork for everybody, you know.
All right.
You got it?
Gentle. Bottom in first.
Hold on, mind your fingers.
Such a fantastic system with the screens on there as well.
We're in. Wow, look at that.
And we got her.
I love the fact that they stack up and down so you can have the bug screens exposed by themselves. Really clever.
Great, and just great how the black metal echoes the main house. It looks fantastic, Bob. Well done. Look at Randy demonstrating those.
You're like a young Vanna White, Randy.
I was just thinking that.
Weren't you? Same thing.
It looks good on them.
The nice thing about these windows, too, is you pretty much extend your season by 3 or 4 months a year because you can sit out there in the fall and it's still nice. You don't have the wind blowing through the screens, right?
Honestly, this is just a room for all seasons.
It really is. What you guys have done with the windows, the pitch of the roof, the railings around the perimeter, everything just marries so perfectly now.
Now you're starting to see how it all ties in.
Yeah.
The sad part is we won't be here to enjoy it.
You boys can come back.
I got a key.
Yeah, you got a key.
Note to self, change the locks.
Yeah,
We're building a sunroom, but ironically, the theme for this build has been, well, lack of sun. The driving rain has now turned into ceaseless snow, so it's lucky for us that the structure for the sunroom is actually complete.
I mean, we've made lots of changes to the house, but I think one of the most successful is the addition of the sunroom. And even though it's freezing today, and it mightn't be the perfect opportunity to throw open those gorgeous concertina sunport doors, it's still a triumph.
Look what it's done for the architecture of this building. You know, a really boring A-frame home has been transformed. We've got an additional wing here. I love the extra height we get from that fabulous peaked ceiling. I love the huge, chunky, exposed beams. And look at those little bad boys there. See those little pegs in there? You know, just little hints, little clues to the wonderful hand-built nature of this building.
It's not just a sunroom, it's a way of life. And I know that probably sounds a bit bonkers, but it'll completely change the way that we live at this gorgeous cabin by the lake. It becomes a much, much better prospect for entertaining, for really living a fabulous life at the lake. Look at that view. Look at that, unhindered by the addition of this wonderful sunroom. And then when it comes down to the final detailing, it's the black window frames, the retractable screens. I love it.
We just need some sun, though. Can you still call it a sunroom if you're actually surrounded with snow?
Well, technically, it's still really sunny, and although it's winter, it's actually really cozy in here. Do you know, this has been a real triumph to make a perfect causeway between the bunkie and the main house. It's got real presence. I love this.
I love the ceiling. I love the colour of that timber up there, beautifully framed by that grey timber.
My two favourite things in here, without a shadow of a doubt, are that gorgeous granite floor, because it's so textural, visually stimulating, but it's got that real kind of stoic country presence. And the other thing, these windows, you know, with the memory plastic, they're really, really good because they allow you to use the sunroom when it's actually getting a little bit colder. So a big tick in a big box from me.
I like how we've used the same siding, we've used the same colour scheme in here as well, so that there's continuity between two spaces. You know, both inside and out.
I think for me, layers are one of the most important part of any good interior design scheme. And in this room, we've added loads and loads of layers. We've got the really thick, rumbustious wicker of that really comfy sofa. But then again, it's tempered by acres of cream linen. And having all of these throws and the sheepskins, all of that starts to make you feel really, really cozy.
The console table, when you think we actually picked up the frame of that from the thrift store, we've put some scaffolding planks on the top of it, sanded them as well, given it a beautiful treat of that gorgeous colour, and suddenly it's the centrepiece of this room.
What I also really enjoy in this space is the fact that we've got really, really good symmetry. It all starts from the big horn sculpture in the middle, and it bleeds out from the little stools underneath to the lamps either side. The little drum tables, the candles, the live edge table, it's so cozy.
So many people, when they actually have a sunroom, you know, when they have a passageway from the outdoors through to the main house, they don't know what to do with it. You know, sometimes they leave it bare because they don't want to get in the way. You know what? Give it a name. Get some furniture in there. Start to use it, you know, and really use it to enhance your cottage experience.
This, for me, is a perfect observation of how to dress a sunroom for all seasons.
You know what, Justin, Ryan? We may not have a sunroom today, but we certainly have a fantastic snow shelter.
And very cozy it is indeed. Now get your coat, because you're going to need it outside, because it is nipple-tinglingly cold.
Oh, yeah, get it on there. Good. Yeah,
okay, give me a hand.
Okay.
You're as bad as he is. Do you know, while he's doing that, I can't stop looking at you. Who do people say you look like?
The Rock?
You look like The Rock, the movie star. We've got A-list Hollywood talent here, and you're doing that. Just stop that.